What to do? In love with my best friend. I'm 22 female, and I think I just realized I'm in love with my best friend, 22 female. We have been friends since high school. The friendship was intense, and a lot of people questioned it a lot, but I always rejected the idea that we would ever be anything romantic. I watched her love other people for years. She's had multiple boyfriends and flings. I have always stayed single. We stopped being friends for 2 years because of shitty friend problems. We recently reconnected and quickly went back to the way we were. I think I'm starting to realize that I am in love with her and kind of always have been. Maybe I always knew and just didn't want to admit it. She came out to me as bisexual recently, but I don't think this changes anything. I don't think she will ever see me romantically. It kills me inside to watch her with other people. She's my best friend. I love her. Our friendship means more to me than my romantic feelings. I don't want to lose her again, but I have been feeling the urge to tell her how I feel and be honest with my feelings for once. I don't expect it to change anything. Should I confess? Should I risk it? By the way, I'm not out of the closet yet. No one close to me knows this.
Okay. A lot to unpack there.
Wait, I feel like she writes so beautifully. I have watched her love other people over the years. That's low-key beautiful, but also sad and tragic.
That is pretty tragic. The way you read it too just like made me sad for her.
Right?
But I do think the line where she was like, I don't expect it to change anything. Yes, it would. It would change everything. That's like a very naive way to go about it. Like if you get to a point where you can't keep this inside anymore and you have to tell her how you feel, you very much should be prepared for an answer you don't want to hear and for it to blow up your friendship. Like this happens all the time.
That's a good point. It is going to change everything. It is funny how she says, our friendship means more to me than my romantic feelings. Should I confess? Should I risk it? But then she says, I don't expect it to change anything.
Right. Like it'll change things, whether it's good or bad or just neutral.
Yeah.
Even with how you feel about it, it will change things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think she needs to, again, write a pro and con list. This is like my advice for the night.
I love a pro and con list.
Because it's like the worst that could happen, the friendship is ended, she's like freaked out, wants nothing to do with it, and you lost a friend. One of the pros could be she feels the same way, which it kind of sounds like she doesn't, and you already answered your question.
But what if she does?
You never know. True love always prevails.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't.
I think you're right. I think she probably should tell her, but just be prepared for it to fall apart and just be prepared for the worst case scenario, which is that the friend does not feel the same way and does not want to be friends anymore. What would be worse? Losing the friend after being honest or living with the secret that's eating you alive?
Damn. But is it also eating her alive, or is it something she will outgrow with more experiences?
Exactly.
I think in her head right now, it's like, oh my God, this is like the love of my life.
Yeah.
I can't live with this anymore. I have to tell her. I think what she should do, date other people. This person is not the end all be all. And you're like convincing yourself. I don't know. I feel like this is one of those situations that's very romanticized in our culture. Like the friend to lover whole storyline.
The enemies to lovers arc.
Yes. Which we love to see it. Wait, what's that show? Vampire Diaries. Have you watched?
No.
Okay. Well, that's a very classic example of something like this. Not really, but like, or just like a friends to romantic partners, however that may look.
Right.
I just don't think it's like not reality. And to move on.
Okay, I totally agree that this girl is probably in love with an idea of the friend in some way.
Totally.
Which is tough, but OP said, I think I'm starting to realize that I'm in love with her, and I kind of always had been. Maybe I just didn't want to admit it. Another question. If you are in love with this girl and she is not in love with you, is that actually your best friend? Or is that, do you know what I mean? Because like,
No.
okay, wait. This may be very confusing to explain this, what I mean by this. But
okay, I'll follow.
Let's say I had a crush on a guy and I knew he didn't like me back. I think that if I became friends with him, at least I would have him in my life in some capacity. And I'm in love with him. In my head, I'm like, oh my God, he's perfect, blah, blah, blah. He's my best friend. Would you be best friends if you weren't romantically interested in them?
I see what you mean.
Or are you creating this friendship because you are in love with her? The friendship is your attempt at creating at least some sort of relationship with them, because some relationship is better than none in your head.
Okay, I see. She needs to separate then the friendship and what makes up a good friendship with this girl versus your romantic feelings. Like, separation needs to happen.
I think it's very interesting to think about what is involved in a friendship and what is involved in a romantic relationship, because I don't think I know. Wait. I kind of don't think I know, because I'm thinking about a boyfriend and I'm like, yeah, I love everything about you. And then I'm thinking about my best friend and I'm like, I love everything about you.
But do you want to, like, make out with your best friend?
No, is that the only thing, though?
I feel like that's the only thing.
Is that
really dumb to say? Like,
I don't know.
Because, you know, people are always like, marry your best friend. So it's like, okay.
Can guys and girls be friends platonically? Can you be platonically friends with someone that you could possibly be romantically interested in, right?
Like, yes, I feel like people do that all the time. It just is like modern day life.
I agree. I totally agree with this. I have a lot of guy friends. Of my two closest friends, one of them's a guy, one of them's a girl. And the guy and I have never had anything more than just we are best friends.
Yeah.
So I say yes. I've heard the point of, if you are very physically attracted to your best guy friend, would you not be romantically interested in them? Do you know what I mean? So picture your best guy friend when you met them. Like, not now when you have settled into your platonic friendship, but like when you first met them, if they were the hottest guy you've ever seen, you love everything about them, they're your best friend, how would you not be romantically interested in them?
See, okay, this is a really outlandish example. Harry Styles.
Okay.
Could I be platonically friends with him? I really think I could. Like, I think you can objectively see someone as attractive. It doesn't mean you always forever want to sleep with them. Sometimes it's like, okay, I recognize that I'm attracted to you and it, like, cool, sick, but like friendship can trump those thoughts and feelings.
Okay, I think so too. I think I'm just trying to figure it out, but I did think that was an interesting point when it's like, yes, girls and guys can be friends, but what if they are attracted to each other? But I guess that's not friendship then. That's something else. That's the answer. It's such a hard line. Also, this is so sad.
No, it's a soft line. The line is soft.
Oh, yeah. You're right. No, it's very, very soft. There's no line.
The line is basically invisible.
It kind of is, though. Also, last year, I met a few of like friends of friends, guys, and one of them was saying that anytime a guy is friends with a girl, he doesn't actually care to be friends with her. In his mind, he's like, when will she sleep with me?
How old is he?
Don't think that's true.
How old is this person? 21?
He was our age.
Okay. So and like 21 in the head.
Sure. Like 14 in I was going to say in dog years. Oh. What's the difference? Just kidding. I was like, I can think of my friend group. We are best of friends. Mm-hmm. None of them, I promise, none of them want me in any way.
Yeah.
Other than friendship, and I feel the same about them.
Yeah.
And it disgusts me to think about.
That's when you know.
Right?
Yeah, no.
But it's like, I adore you. I adore them. They're the best people I know.
Yeah.
The thought of touching them physically, horrible. Disgusting.
Yeah, because you get to a point with friends like that where you're like, you're my family.
Yeah.
And like, no thanks.
Yes.
I do think though with OP, this is like a very different situation.
Yeah, I think I just went on a tangent.
No, that was a fun tangent.
Yeah, it was interesting. But okay. Gonna like pull it back to
the thesis of this is like, can you be friends with someone you're attracted to? I think yes.
I think yes. I think that's the thesis of the tangent.
Yeah, but like again with OP, I think it's deeper than just like a physical attraction. Like you clearly are in love with all of her, and that's where it's tricky because no, I don't think you can be friends. I think that's gonna come to a point where you're like, it's like all consuming, and it's gonna ruin no.
And she said it hurts her to see her with other people.
You're you're in too deep.
Yeah. Wait,
the Drake song In Too Deep is so good, by the way.
I don't know it.
You should listen to it.
Okay. This just made me think of a story. I don't know where I heard this. Might have been on another podcast, but there were twins. They grew up, a boy and a girl. Grew up, normal life, whatever, best friends, did their whole life together. Eventually, the guy moved away and kind of just went off the face of the earth, cut ties with the family. And they were like, where did he go? And the sister was mourning the loss of her brother, her best friend. He just up and left. Maybe left them a note or something, I don't know. But then he wrote a letter to the sister and he was like, I'm so sorry. I have romantic feelings for you. I am so sick in the head. I'm in another town. I'm in therapy. I'm trying to get help. I am doing what I need to do right now and I cannot see you. All these crazy things. In that horrifying situation, the brother recognized that he had a problem and he was like, this is not your problem. I'm going to go deal with myself somewhere else because I can't live like this anymore. I almost feel like OP has to do the same thing.
Yeah.
She has to be honest, first of all, and say, hey, I know this might not be reciprocated, but I have to tell you the truth. I have romantic feelings for you. Do you feel the same way? If the friend says yes, queen, go off.
Queen.
If the friend says no, OP, I think, would be in her right to say, I totally understand. I, for my own mental health, just need to distance myself from you for a while just to get over these feelings and get past it. It's hard for me currently to watch you with other people. So I'm going to go on my own path for a bit, heal from this, get over it, and then maybe we can reconnect in the future. Kind of like what the brother did.
I agree, except in reverse. Like, I think she should go on her own path first before telling the friend.
But what if the friend feels the same way?
But from her post, I'm really not getting that vibe.
But you really don't know.
I know. I don't know. I'm being cynical.
Yeah. I think it wouldn't hurt to ask because you need to be honest with your friend about why you're distancing yourself anyway if you have a very healthy relationship.
Yeah, you're right. She can't really do that without being obvious, I feel like.
Yeah.
So,
totally.
Blow up the friendship, girly. Blow it up.
Yeah, that's wild. I hope she's also in love with you, though.
And if not, I hope you find inner peace.
Yes, totally. Not to repeat exactly what I just said, but I kind of think you're not actually friends with her in a way.
No,
it's
yeah.
Like, she's not really your best friend. You're just using this friendship to justify staying in her life in some capacity. And it's getting to the point where it's not enough.
Damn, that was deep. That was good.
I feel like that's the truth.
I feel like that's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell her.
The truth will out.
And then, yeah, get out of there, I think, if the feelings aren't reciprocated.
Yeah, get out of Dodge.